player. My name is Sunny Cells. I mostly do play Dark Age of Camelot. That's the main thing that I normally play nowadays, Phoenix Shard. I do a lot of 8v8s and organized fights, so I kind of know the MMO sphere and where to be in your positioning and where you should go about each fight. But the thing is, with this game, it is a holy trinity. So you have your tanks, you have your casters, and you have your healers. And if you don't have your healers, you're gonna have a bad time. Um, so I've definitely noticed that in this game. I still haven't gotten used to it yet because I think in Dayak there's a couple classes that you don't necessarily need a healer to really go hard and be able to kill multiple players with. But that game is kind of like it too. So I'm just training and trying to figure out how to do things. Um, so whenever I was playing tonight, obviously you just see me get dropped. There's certain things you can and cannot do in this game. If you're outnumbered, most likely you will lose, especially if you do not have healers with you. So numbers is really, really big in this game. Also, body blocking is very, very big. So tanks are true, like old school tanks. So that's something that's really, really interesting about this game. That's different from other games. Is the body blocking aspect because it just changes the whole landscape of your battleground and where you're fighting. Um, I've also noticed you get the most pressure by going by the tanks and going to their back line. So I see a lot of new players, and even myself included. I'm trying to like just brute forces go from front to back, but sometimes it's way easier just to go into their back line and try to drop them. Um, so you see us right here, kind of going front to back, but we also realize we don't have a lot of heals. Also in this instance, I think, well, we have tanks, so it's not too bad. But them body blocking on the bridge, it kind of is really bad for us, and we get funneled. And getting funneled anywhere is never a good idea. But I think in this instance, we won. Um, but I think it's way better for me right here. See, I'm just kind of brute forcing it. I easily could like go this way and come around and try to get onto one of the squishier targets instead of fighting the main line. Whenever I was up there, I was taking a lot of damage, and it was kind of hard. One of the things I also noticed that kind of helps against tanks, if you're going to brute force it, there's a morale ability that reduces their armor. I would totally save that for those tanks. And whenever your allies are on one target and they only have the tank to kill, just go ahead and pop that, and then they should drop really easily. But I would definitely notice that the numbers matter in this game. So skill matters, of course, but the more people you have, the more likely you're gonna kill the other players. I mean, it seems self-explanatory, but a lot of games have a lot of overpower spells or a lot of things that will kind of the get me out of trouble abilities. But there's really not many get me out of trouble abilities here. Like as soon as like a witch hunter pops or witch elf pops or the other assassin, the order assassin. I'm blanking right now, but as soon as they pop, they really don't have that many things. They have a lot of damage, but they're gonna drop. So there's not a lot of I win buttons, which is really nice. One of the things that I've also noticed is with this game, a lot of people will win the middle fight, the fortress. So they'll take the lighthouse, go to the fortress, take that, immediately push onto the barracks, and this is order side, or even be Destro. Destro will go to the barracks, beat them at the fortress, then go to the lighthouse. Either or, they keep pushing forward. But it seems like these games are won by the people that go and back cap because the kind of mob mentality is okay, you're winning, you keep pushing, just push all the way through to their spawn. But I don't think that's the best plan of action to go. It's definitely better to go to the lighthouse and then go to the fortress and stay at the fortress and let like one or two people, they can push to the next point. But I would rather it be someone with stealth or someone that's very, very tanky that can kind of hold them rather than try to take the point. And that's how I've lost many games from people backcapping us and it just not working out. But yeah, I think that's why I kind of came back. I realized that taking the fortress is very important, holding the fortress is very important. Um, and also, I'm trying to learn exactly how I should engage certain fights when I'm outnumbered. I feel like the best course of action in scenarios is to, if you have an oath breaker with iron breaker, oath breaker, iron breaker. Jesus Christ, I can't. I'm not sure which one. I'm newer, guys. So the dwarf, the tanky dwarf, he it seems like the best person to leave solo. So if he's left solo, don't most likely he'll be able to live long enough to get reinforcements. But for other classes, it seems like you need some type of healer or something to help you back you up. Um, and then I think that is the kind of like the best way to go about it if you get outnumbered. So right here, you'll see that how many people we got here. I'm gonna pause it as soon as I can get a look. So you see that we have just an oathbreaker here and me, and I'm a two-handed knight, so I know I don't have that much defense. So I should be, instead of trying to fight this, just push someone away and immediately go this way. Let the oathbreaker take all the damage, and then swing around and try to take one of the back line back here. There is one, two, three, four, five. So we have five different players against two order. There's probably no way I'm gonna survive, so I definitely should have just kited away here and let the Oathbreaker tank most of the damage. But I believe I did not, and you definitely can see what happened here. And then try to get some damage onto some other players, but it just seems like without heals, you're just kind of a fish out of water, you know? Not really much you can do. But you notice the tank is just so strong in this game. So tanks like this one, like the Chosen, like the Black Orc, all those guys can survive like 4 or 5 players, which is really awesome. You really need to either break their armor with the ability or have like just massive amounts of damage to be able to kill those guys. So it seems like also it seems like whenever you do get in scenarios with a lot of people, once everyone splits from like the Zerg in the beginning, it gets really disorganized. So you kind of have to train yourself to really focus on objectives and not just go for kills, because a lot of people would just get kills, push up, go to spawn, and eventually die because they don't have reinforcements. So staying focused on objectives seems like the best way to win these scenarios. And then we won that one. But yeah, it seems like the best course of action is might actually get a team, get someone that can coordinate with you, and you definitely can run through these scenarios and be able to pick up these renown and exp pretty easily. You don't even have to go into those big mob fights. You could just have one other person with you going to the separate points, the lighthouse or the barracks, while the other team is not distracted. I mean, while they are distracted, and just go there and take those points, and you should be okay to win most scenarios.